What's up guys, Burden here from AddictGaming.com. The footage you see in the background is me bunkering on my guard while I talk about
Yeah.
an important issue. So they released the leaderboards for Guild Wars 2 earlier, and they released World vs. World, PvP, and achievement leaderboards, but mostly I'm interested in the PvP leaderboards. And if you look at the leaderboards, there are some very glaring flaws of the leaderboards, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it and just kind of bring my perspective on it, and I want to see what you guys have to think about it as well. First of all, how does a guy who's 7 and 6 get in the top 50 of a leaderboard? That boggles my mind. I don't understand how that guy ended up on the leaderboard. I don't care who he played. I mean, when you've played 13 games, yeah, you're gonna have a really good win ratio. I mean, even 7 and 6 isn't a good win percentage. I mean, it's okay. For playing 13 games, you should have a much higher win percentage. It really confuses me how he ended up on the leaderboard, and it kind of puts doubts in my mind as to how they're going about this ranking system. If a guy who's 7 and 6 can make it onto the top 50 of a leaderboard, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So that's just something I saw, and I noticed other people were talking about it too, and it just really doesn't make any sense. But the biggest problem with this is that they haven't added any sort of punishment for people leaving a game, and it's becoming a really big problem. I don't run into it too much, but I know some people do, especially solo queuers. I usually queue up with like one or two other people, so it's not too bad. But I know solo queuers have it worse. If you leave a game, okay, if you're if you're losing a game, let's say you're in a game with a team and you're losing bad, or even if it's close and you're losing and it's just obvious that you're gonna lose, you can quit the game, you can lose, and it's not gonna count on your record because you quit the game. So technically, you weren't on the roster. So you don't get that loss. That's why you see some people on the leaderboards with such a ridiculous win percentage, like 400 something wins with 20 losses. I mean, get real. No one's that good. Even if you're the best, you're still gonna lose more than that. So it's a broken system right now, and the problem is there was a thread about people complaining about 3v5s and 4v5s and how there's no punishment system for leavers. And Evan Lesh, one of the developers for PvP for Guild Wars 2, he came out and said that they know it's a problem, but it's not really a high priority for them. That custom arenas is a higher priority for them, which kind of I can understand the benefit that custom arenas will have on the PvP as a whole in Guild Wars 2, but I think developing some sort of system to punish levers and to punish people who are exploiting the system is far more important than custom arenas, and I don't think it would even take as much time to develop as a custom arena would. So this is something that they should have thought, before even the launch of the game. Yeah, if they're gonna have tournaments and they're gonna have solo queues with people who are queuing as a team, you have to have some sort of punishment for people who are leaving, and you have to have some sort of punishment just in general. I mean, you can't have people who just keep leaving the game because they don't want a loss on their record, exploiting the leaderboard system. So honestly, if I was working at ArenaNet, I would have implemented some sort of punishment system before the leaderboard, so it's not so easily exploited. It's really open to exploitation. It almost invites it. So if you don't want to lose, just leave your game, and your loss won't be counted on your record. And then on the leaderboards as well, you'll have a really nice win percentage. And I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? You'll have a lot of wins. You have very few losses, and it's a really big problem. And I'm not sure why they don't consider it a high priority. So I'm kind of losing the ambition and the motivation to try to get onto the leaderboard in Guild Wars 2 now, just because of all this. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever played Warcraft 3, but there's a lot of exploiters on Warcraft 3 getting up in the ladders as well. And it's what's the point of trying to rank up in the ladders or in the leaderboards when you have people who are exploiting the system, and it's just unfair. So I really hope that I don't know when custom arenas are going to come out. I hope it's soon, so that they can work on a some sort of system to punish these people. They really need it because this is it's kind of ridiculous to have people who are on the leaderboards and they don't deserve it. So
Yeah,
I want to
because
hear
it's
what you guys have to think about all of this. I'm a little disappointed because I've been anticipating the leaderboards. I've been looking forward to it for a pretty long time now. I've played like um, I don't even know, like 600 out of five, probably 5 or 600 tournament games. I have probably about 60% win ratio right now, or win percentage. So I mean, I was really looking forward to it, and it kind of sucks that you can't look at your own rank now, but hopefully that'll come sooner or later. So I just want to hear what you guys have to think, and so make sure you leave a comment and tell me what you think below. Make sure you guys subscribe for more of our Guild Wars 2 content, and check out our site at addictgaming.com. Thanks, guys.